where do we start from when we talk about purpose?
When we talk about purpose, we begin from the premise that we are fearfully and wonderfully made.
Can there be a consequence to that when people live without a purpose, as if they have no purpose? Service to others is the rent we pay here on earth.
We are programmed to emphasize success and not significance.
Many of us do not live in our purpose. And somehow somebody heard the news somewhere that they can actually live on their purpose. Now the problems start. Where should they start from? Thank you for joining on today's episode of the Obehi Podcast. I remain Obehi Ewan for the host of this podcast. I am a proud Nigerian and I live in Verona, Italy. Actually, Verona is in the northern part of Italy. That if you probably have read the book by William Shakespeare, Romeo and Juliet, you would have heard of Verona. That is the city where I live. So I am very passionate about the power of storytelling because I personally believe that it's the most powerful instrument that we have out there as human being. So we do a lot of things within the era of storytelling. I've written a 5-part book series on storytelling. It's called the Storytelling Mastery. So we do episodes continuously on storytelling, and we also work with businesses, different businesses, particularly founder and service-based businesses who want to own their story. Because I'm telling you too, if you are a business owner, that your story is the most powerful instrument that you have to stand out in the competition. So make sure you pay attention to that. And if you like what we discuss here, make sure you subscribe to this channel and make sure you share also to other people who might find value in it. And guess what? I have the honor of bringing here again my sister from the Jamaica. Of course, if you listen to the African Diaspora storytelling series, you will see that her face is regular there. So today, we're going to be talking about something particularly important. You're not going to hear it from my mouth. You're going to hear it from her mouth. Dr. Marcia, thank you so much for joining me. Tell the people who you are. Let's start from there, and we are going to kick it rolling.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's nice to be here again. It's always a great thing to have you to be here with Obehi, and you need to subscribe to his channel. It's a very powerfully informative and empowering an enlightening and insightful channel. I am Dr. Marcia Thomas, and I'm a faith-based leadership consultant and an executive life coach. I focus on Christian empowerment as a writer and as a speaker, and I really help faith-based women leaders. I help others too, but I help these persons to tie their leadership and their life boldly, confidently, and purposefully to joyful, impactful service, which is really aligned to what God wants them to do. And so I help them to lead with purpose and to find confidence and joy and to have influence for this life and the life to come. I am an author of several books. I have a series, Adventures in Language Arts, book 1 to 3. I also have a book, A Leader Like You. I have an anthology, Lessons We Have Learned from COVID. And my newest book is My Faith Looks Up. And it is a leadership devotional guide. And for those who don't know it, it is right here. I don't know why we are not seeing it. But it's
no worry.
Okay. Here it goes. Here it goes.
Yeah.
Here it goes. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much for being here, Dr. Marcia. So just now, before we hit on the record button, we were sort of reflecting on the topic of the day. And when you made mention of the word, I said, this is written with fire, purpose. That is the topic of today's conversation. And it is fundamentally important that today we talk about this important concept, purpose. what is the essence of what you do? Why are you doing what you are doing? What is the meaning to that? So today, Dr. Marcia, based on her experience, based on our study, based on our work, she's going to be helping us to expand on this topic, purpose. So, Dr. Marcia, where do we start from when we talk about purpose?
When we talk about purpose, we begin from the premise that we are fearfully and wonderfully made, and that before we were born or were even in the womb, God knew us and he established a divine life script, a path for us. So the family that we are born in, whether by default or voluntarily, is not an accident or a mistake. The time that we are born is not an accident or mistake. The community or the country or the environment that we are born in, it's not a mistake. You were strategically and divinely placed there to carry out a work. Now, that work might be that your environment or your beginnings is your preparation ground, your sustenance model that, what would I say now, craft you and fashion and form you for the assignment that you have been given and the people that you must touch. So you are born to do anything because you're given that ability when you're fearfully and wonderfully made, but you are not created to do everything. And so that niche that you must fit into, those persons who you are called to serve, the problem that you are created to solve will come to you as you move through your life path. Now, there are some persons who put that into dormancy or derail it because they take other parts, because they begin to complain, to compare themselves, to compete or to copy what others do and reject the unique part that they have been given. And that derails or put your purpose in dormancy. Once you understand why you were created, the problem you were created to solve, and who you were sent to, the path becomes much clearer and your feet are more established and firmly grounded, and service is what you do.
Thank you so much for that. Purpose. Now let's look at it this way. Somebody might say, I don't know my purpose. Well, actually, many people don't say that, but many people live the life that says that they don't know why they're here. I'm sort of wondering, can there be a consequence to that when people live without a purpose, as if they have no purpose? What do you say about that?
I want to say, first of all, that purpose can be derailed or put in dormancy because persons get desperate or persons covet the success of others, or persons have been brainwashed to believe that they are not good enough and they are not good, that they are wrong. And so if, first of all, you do not know who you are and whose you are, and you do not accept the dispensation that you have been given because of your last name or because of who you think your family should be or because of your new connections or because of your opportunities, then you lose sight of everything. A double-minded man is very unstable in all his ways. And if you don't know what you stand for, you will fall for anything. And if you have to keep telling people what you stand for, you are not standing. Whenever you stand up, they will see you. Anybody who stands up in a room, they see you. People see you. And so what we want to understand is that if we have not actually served and changed lives or impacted or influenced persons' outcome or add value in all of your life, you have not lived, and the consequences is eternal. You would have lost yourself and you would have done harm to people just by virtue of not solving the problem you were created to solve, changing the lives and the outcomes of persons that you were sent to, and having persons become masters of their own destiny. Once you are able to do that, because purpose, all of us have the same condition when we are given our purpose, and it is to serve others and not us. It is to change lives. It is to change